Most people think money is just a math problem. Add, subtract, save, invest. But that's only half the story. The real challenge? Money is a psychology problem. The wealthy understand this, and use it to their advantage. Today you'll discover the hidden mental shortcuts, called biases, and behaviors that secretly control your financial decisions. These biases can make you overspend, miss out on opportunities, or even sabotage your own success, often without you realizing it. Let's start with a key truth. Doing well with money has little to do with intelligence, and a lot to do with behavior. Even highly intelligent people can wreck their finances, not because they're not smart, but because they underestimate how their own brains can trick them. For example, even billionaires stumble. Money can erode empathy and morality, and nobody is immune. Picture two investors with the same plan. One sticks with it, the other lets anxiety or pride take over at crunch time. Guess who loses? The one who lets emotion win. Let's break down the first big mistake, the endowment effect. This is when you value what you own more than what you don't, even if they're identical. For example, people often refuse to trade a mug or pen they own for an identical one, just because it's theirs. Tip: remind yourself, ownership doesn't always equal value. Next, mental accounting. This is when you treat money differently based on mental labels, like guarding your vacation fund but blowing your fun money. It's all the same dollar, but it feels different. Tip: treat every dollar with equal respect. Ask yourself, would I spend this money the same way if it came from a different source? Now, loss aversion. This means losses feel nearly twice as painful as gains feel good. That's why investors hold on to losing stocks too long and sell winners too early. Research shows losses are about twice as psychologically impactful as equivalent gains. Tip: set rules for selling and stick to them, no matter how you feel in the moment. Anchoring is another sneaky bias. You fixate on irrelevant numbers, like what you paid for a stock or its past high, even if those numbers don't matter now. Tip: focus on current facts, not past prices. Ask, does this information help me make a better decision today? Availability bias makes you think something is important just because it's talked about a lot, like a hot stock in the news. In fact, 88% of wealthy investors admit they've made decisions based on media hype. Tip: double-check the facts before acting on headlines. Confirmation bias is when you believe data that fits your view, even if it's wrong. This can lead to costly mistakes. Tip: seek out information that challenges your beliefs. Ask a friend to play devil's advocate before making big decisions. Entitlement, status, and conspicuous consumption are other traps. Buying flashy things might look impressive, but it rarely brings happiness. Often, it just signals insecurity. Sometimes wealthy people give more, but it's for reputation, not always for the right reasons. True generosity comes from purpose, not status. Sudden wealth syndrome is real. Winning the lottery or a crypto windfall can trigger anxiety, isolation, and even identity crises. In fact, 70% of inheritance transfers fail by the third generation, because people aren't mentally prepared for sudden wealth. So, intelligence alone won't keep you financially sane. You need awareness, systems, and the ability to reframe your thinking. Here are your steps. Audit your thinking. Identify your biggest bias. Label your financial accounts carefully. Avoid emotional trading. Set your rules before you invest. And prioritize giving or purpose over status. Master your mind, or money will master you. The more you understand your own psychology, the more control you'll have over your financial future.